Hi there, I'm Kevin Sanchez, and today we are going to talk a little about video games and the effects that video games have on us. Well, this is an informative speech. I hope that this information can be useful for all of you. So, let's start. The specific purpose. Well, the specific purpose is to inform to the audience that spending a lot of time playing video games can produce some mental problems. So, video games have been increasing so fast in the last decade, and it's a secret that every day the number of players increase. Uh, Nevertheless, spending a lot of time those games could provoke mental issues? Well, there is a question that we are going to develop this during this presentation. Introduction. This is uh, here there are a quotation that I wanted to share with you. We are no longer worried that children are missing school because of video games. Thought we are worried that they are murdering their classmates because of video games. Tom Bissell. Okay, uh, this is an interesting quotation because this is the reality. This is something that is happening right now, but many people not consider that a problematic. So simply enjoying video games or playing them off and on or easily getting caught up in video games for hours on, but eventually turning off and returning to another activities uh, may not signify uh, gaming disorder or video game addiction according to the World Health Organization. Is when technology starts interfering with personal, uh, family, and social health. When it can be officially a problem, uh, it can be officially a problem. So some signs of video game addiction uh, for looking for a parent to include. For example, one signs could be impaired over uh, control gaming, over control. For example, duration, frequency, termination, contest, or another. Or another could be another side of gaming addiction can be increasing the priority for gaming. So it means that person live for gaming. The interest of that person is just game, just video game. By the way, uh, more than 2 billion of people play video game globally. So there is a high number. And just in America, 100 billion of people play video games. So there is interesting. Well, first of all, I will to talk a little about if video games addiction is considered a mental problem. Second, I would talk about the effects of video games on our mind, and finally, the behavior changes associated with video games. So, video games addiction as a mental problem. If it seems your child's love of video games has taken over their life and you're genuinely worried about his or her well-being, it could be a hint towards what the World Health Organization has officially classified as a mental health disorder or gaming disorder. So, isn't a secret that um, nowadays, there are many video games that there were not 10 years ago. The technologies uses are higher than in the past. So the technological advances are useful for humanity, of course. Notwithstanding, mm, all that technologies offer is not good for us. For instance, video games are provoking or are provoking some behavior changes and some mental problem in children and adults too. So we have to consider that. Video games effects on our mind. So as video games and technology become increasingly, as I said before, they are proven to have a massive impact on cultural attitudes, psychological development, and lifestyle choices of both children and adults. As I told you before, so when video game usage gets out of hand and become a video game addiction or gaming disorder, it means that person playing can stop even when he knows that continue playing uh, causes negative consequences. So uh, this level of gaming can impact mental, emotional, and physical health. So sometimes uh, problems that can provoke video games. For example, problems about concentration, about attention, because their mind is thinking in play video games. Another could be uh, developmental problem because they won't develop tasks that provoke learning or self-discovery or personal development. And the most important is increase aggressive or behavior violent behavior uh, because of some content of some kind of video game. So I'm talking in general of video games. I don't talking of a specific kind of video game. I'm talking in general. Behavior changes associated with video games. Well, the degree of addictive video game use has been found to be related to personality traits such as low self-esteem and low efficacy, anxiety, aggression, according to Meruth and Griffins 2010, and even clinical symptoms of depression and anxiety disorder. So, some video games are changing uh, child's and adults' behavior. Why? Well, this we have to keep in mind that this the most important is uh, these video games are affecting psychological in the part psychological the children's psychologist part psychologist part and adults too. So according to WHO, World Health Organization, these problems are associated because people spend a lot of time that they are interesting. They are interested in just playing video game. They don't matter that what pans around them, and they want just to play. So uh, if you have, if you see that your children or uh, some member of your family is spending a lot of time in front of a computer, a laptop, tablet, or smartphone playing video game, you need to give them an advice. You need to give them an advice. Okay, the conclusion. According to the World Health Organization, video games addiction or gaming disorder, as is called by experts, is considered a mental illness that can affect the physical, behavioral, and psychological people life. So uh, there is complicated because because of COVID-19, the pandemic, people is always in front of a computer. Children don't have presential class, just virtual class, so it means that they have to stay in front a computer or tablet or a smartphone or laptop for for being in class. But this can affect and this can increase the probability that some children or some teenager or young adult can be addicted to video games or gaming disorder. Um, by the way, World Health Organization include gaming disorder in the 11th revision of its international classification of diseases. So there is a problem. There is a real illness, but many people don't believe that. My advice, please start to go out with your children, play with them in a open place, in a park. Okay, start to spend a lot of time with them, and of course, be aware. Be aware because there is an illness. Um, the treatments for this illness is just a working process. There are a treatment official. There aren't or there isn't official treatment for this problematic that is affecting a lot of children, a lot of people in nowadays. All right, that's it. Thank you so much. I hope that this information can help you to avoid this problematic that is affecting especially children and young and teenager population. Bye bye. See you soon.